Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the D-Pad Discourse. This edition will be for the week that started on April 13th, 2014. Alright, well, news came out that Martin O'Donnell, who did the music for previous Halo games, has left Bungie. Bungie terminated him, at least according to his tweet that he put up on his Twitter not that long ago. He created the music for Halo games, great music. He's done great work for Bungie, and his music will be in Destiny, but after that he'll, not be in any of Bungie games. And I'm guessing, maybe Bungie found somebody that could do music for a cheaper amount of money, or, I don't really want to speculate because, this is kind of personal. He's a really talented guy though, and he'll find another company to do music for. Maybe even 343 now that they handle the Halo games instead of Bungie. So I won't be surprised to see him working on the future Halo games over at 343. But either way, I'm pretty sure you'll find another company or some more projects to do, because he's really talented and he makes really good music. Alright, now in some strange news, the Amazing SpiderMan 2 for the Xbox One will more than likely be cancelled. Right now it's been delayed, but it's a movie game, and if a movie game can't come out around the same time as the movie that it's based on, then there's really no point to release it, because the sales of that game usually peak when the movie becomes popular. So if it comes out like months after the movie has been in theaters, Amazing Spider-Man 2 has been in theaters, and there's really no point to release it. The game is coming out for the Wii U, so it's not like it's not coming out to the Xbox One because of sales. I mean, the Xbox One is doing perfectly fine when it comes to console sales as well as software sales, and it's also coming out to the Xbox 360. So it's not like Activision has a grudge against Microsoft. I mean, we're talking about Microsoft, the company who pretty much had a hand in the popularity of Call of Duty for the past almost decade now. So it's not that. I personally think that there was a really huge bug in the Xbox One version of the game, hence why it's still going to come out to the Wii U, even though Wii U sales have been terrible, and so has third-party software sales. So I think the reason why it's not coming out to the Xbox One, at least not right now, is because of a really big game bug that messes up the whole game, and it would be pretty terrible for people who bought the game to have to go through that. So that's what I think is the problem. I can't see it being anything else. I mean, like I said before, the Xbox One is doing fine in hardware sales and software sales. It's getting enough so that developers can see that, okay, there's enough people here to support the system, enough people to that are buying games on the system to support the system. So it can't be anything dealing with Xbox One sales. It has to be a bug, I think. I can't see it being anything else. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming months, to see whether or not Amazing Spider-Man 2 comes out to the Xbox One. But if it doesn't, I don't think anybody will be that disappointed, at least, not many Xbox One owners. Alright, to end off this edition of the D-Pad Discourse, probably the biggest news that came out this past week were the NPD sales stats. And it was a really good month for both the PS4 and the Xbox One. Both systems sold over 300,000 in America. And also, Infamous for the PS4 was number 2 when it came to top selling games in the NPD, and Titanfall for the Xbox One was number 1 in game sales for the NPD. So it was a really solid month for both. But even though Titanfall was a number 1 selling game for last month in the NPD, the Xbox One was still behind the PS4 in sales. The Xbox One sold a little bit more than 310,000 in America, while the PS4, I believe, sold 370,000 in America. So it was really surprising to see this. Titanfall got a huge push in terms of advertising. You had all the Xbox One bundles with Titanfall, And you also had many stores giving the Xbox One was Titanfall a discount, you know, $50 less. So, you know, you saw the Titanfall bundle for $450, and even in some stores and sites, $400 too. So you had a lot of deals going on, and many people, including me, thought that, you know, the Xbox One would easily outsell the PS4, you know, maybe not by that much, but, you know, by a decent amount, maybe like 20,000 plus, but PS4 still outsold the Xbox One. Overall, this definitely shows that the Xbox One needs a price drop, and I'm pretty sure it's inevitable at this point. We should hear something at E3 of the Xbox One having a price drop. And the question going on right now is whether or not Microsoft should keep Kinect, because many people feel, well, many people know that Kinect is part of the reason why the Xbox One is more expensive than the PS4. Personally, I think that they should keep Kinect because it's a main feature of the system that makes it different from the PS4, and removing it will be kind of taking away a lot of the features of the system. I know that Kinect plays a role in the price of the Xbox One, so if they, you know, do decide to keep Kinect, I think that what they're going to have to do is, you know, to make the financial blow of, you know, taking a loss on it lower, what they're going to have to do is release different models of the Xbox One. I think they should, if they keep Kinect, they should make a 250 gigabyte model for $350, which will be lower in price than the PS4. And, you know, lower in price than the PS4 on top of having Kinect would be seen as a really good value. So I think, you know, they should, you know, have that, and then have the current model, the 500 gigabyte model, be $400, which is $100 less than it is now, and then release a $500 model with 1 terabyte of storage. And, you know, that, you know, people will be attracted to that because there's a lot of people going digital these days, and 1 terabyte is a good storage size for a lot of digital games. And you know, $500, same price as the Xbox One is now, but more storage, so they're gonna make a little bit less than they are now with the current 500 gigabyte model that costs $500. But 1 terabyte of storage in comparison to 500 gigabytes of storage isn't that much, or that higher in price. You know, it's only like 20 to 30 bucks more. So they could still make money on the $500 1 terabyte model if they do release that model, including Kinect inside the box. But we'll see what happens. It should be interesting. But Microsoft definitely needs a price drop for the Xbox One. The PS4 and overall American sales is at 2.9 million, while the Xbox One is a little bit over 2.5 million sales in America. So Microsoft could still, you know, have their console be the top selling console in America, but they just need to do something really fast in order for that to happen. And I'm pretty sure that we'll see a price drop really soon, at least, you know, at the latest during E3, at least the announcement for the price drop. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Microsoft tries to gain back the lead that they had in North America last gen. Alright, and that was it for this edition of the D-Pad Discourse. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week. Until then, goodbye everybody.